If you're trying to establish business credit, I'm sure you've heard the term vendor account or trade line. But the question is, do you know what they are, why they are important to your business, and how you can get them? Hello, beautiful people. My name is Lisa, and welcome to the Biznezz Academy. On this channel, we're about the buzz in the biz. We help entrepreneurs and business owners build business credit so they can grow and scale. If you're ready to get into the meat and potatoes, go ahead and click on the like and subscribe, and let's get started. In this video, I am going to explain to you what trade lines are, so you'll understand the importance to you as a business owner. But before we get into that, I just want to briefly touch on and clarify what business credit is, so you'll have a thorough understanding. Business credit is credit that is linked to your EIN number, and it identifies your business's credibility. The same way that your social security number is linked to your personal credit, and that identifies your personal credit credibility. Now that we understand that, let's get into it. Keep in mind that business credit is the lifeline of your business because it enables your business to qualify for financing. Very, very important. A business trade line is a credit account between a business owner and a vendor. These are the starter accounts. They're typically referred to as net accounts. Net 30, net 60, or net 90. These are the payment terms. Now, these vendor accounts will build your foundation. They'll be your foundational accounts. They'll be the starter accounts that you will open when you have no account, no credit, or you're a new business. If you are a new business or a business that has yet to establish a credit line, more than likely you have not established, or you don't even have business credit. Therefore, these vendor accounts will be very, very beneficial to you in the process of building business credit. The same way that you start building personal credit with starter accounts is the same way that you start building business credit with starter accounts that report to the Business Credit Reporting Agency. Now, before I get into the meat and potatoes, I just have to touch and say this. Now, I know there are many videos on YouTube that tell you that you can buy trade lines, but as a new business or a business that has no credit history, I would definitely not recommend that. Number one, it could be very costly. And number two, it's not guaranteed. Now, what I'm sharing in my videos is facts that I've done. I don't share with you theory. And I would definitely not recommend you purchasing trade lines for a new business or a business that has no credit at all. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. It's a matter of taking steps. And on this channel, I'm going to give you all the information that's needed so that you can successfully build business credit. Before you start building your business credit and you start opening these vendor accounts, these trade accounts, I want to make sure that your business is set up properly. The credibility is set up properly. I have included an 8-step checklist that you can download for absolutely free. You download that, you go down the checklist, and you make sure that your business's credibility, everything on that checklist is set up properly. So that when you start opening these trade lines and then you get to a point that you start opening revolving accounts, you won't have any mishaps or you won't get declined for any of these accounts. We understand that? Go ahead and download. As a business owner, at some point, you are going to need funds to grow and scale your business. And if you do not build business credit, you will continue to use your personal credit cards. You'll continue to wipe out your checking or savings account. You'll continue to use that maybe 401k that you have left from your full-time job that you work before becoming an entrepreneur business owner. I promise you, you're going to need funds. And I don't want you to learn the hard way, because when I started, I didn't know what business credit is. And I maxed out all of my personal credit cards as well as wiped out my savings account. And it wasn't until I learned how to build business credit that my business was able to rocket off the socket. And in that process of building business credit, I started opening these vendor trade lines, and I built that credibility up to the point that I would start opening revolving accounts. And I built that credibility to establish a Paydex score that was credible. So a Paydex score is a score that one of the business credit reporting agencies called Dun & Bradstreet records. It's called a Paydex score. Now, the same way that your personal credit is recorded and it's called a FICO, just a Paydex is the same thing, but it refers to your business. Now, as you start building these trade lines and you start paying on time, and then you start opening your revolving accounts and you start paying on time, and you are extended credit lines and you pay on time, your Paydex score will increase. Now, a Paydex score of 80 plus goes up to 100 shows that you are very, very credible. The same way with your personal credit, the FICO score of like 700 and higher shows credibility. Establishing business credit is not complicated. It's just a matter of taking steps and nurturing relationships. It's easy as that. Now, I do offer a step-by-step Biznezz credit blueprint, and it's just step-by-step. So if you need help, go ahead and click on the description and enroll in the class, and ding, before you know it, you will have established business credit. The sooner you start, the better. It is so worth it. And in these unprecedented times, I can promise you, you're going to need funding, and there's no shortage of funding for businesses at all. Now, if you have any questions, any suggestions, or any topics that you would like me to cover, go ahead and respond in the comments or email me, and I am at your service. Because remember, when you win, I win, and we win. I love you guys, and I want you to build that business credit. And until then, I'll see you on the other side.